Tried to make a hanger. All they had to do was buy the OEM hanger and put it right here.
Why did they put a penis in it?
No, this was. Oh wow, that's probably my max. They might have did that on purpose. They might have made that look like for aftermarket line, so the firewall. Taking a turbo out today. Dave? Yeah. Come on. Guys, this is Dave. This is Little Dave, also known as Little D, also known as Young Dave.
Young Dave.
We're gonna take a turbo out. So, all right, guys. So Dave is obviously our what do you call it?
Intern.
Yeah, you're pretty much the intern. But he knows about 240s and stuff, so I'm gonna see if he can take this turbo out by himself. We'll give him some pointers, and we'll tell you guys how to do it along the way. So first thing you want to do, this is the SR20, obviously. The title of the video should probably say SR20 in it already, but so you want to take the downpipe off. So Dave's gonna take the downpipe off. Good luck. I remember my first day.
Moment up to 15. Yup.
Bring all the wrenches with you. Panic. Is this right? That's it. What size is it?
17 and 15.
Look at this fucking haggard ass shit. This is what happens when you bring your fucking 240 to a Midas.
Is that a dick?
No, they tried to make a hanger. All they had to do was buy the OEM hanger and put it right here.
Why did they put a penis in it?
No, this was. Oh wow, that's probably my max. They might have did that on purpose. They might have made that look like a dick on purpose. I'm gonna start taking off the downpipe where it connects to the turbo. These are usually, after we work on the cars, they're usually 13s, I think, because that's the size of the lock nuts we use, but I might be wrong. It looks like they're still 12, so that's good. Got some lock washers on there. Okay. Got it. That's why we keep Dave around.
Nothing like a juvenile set of hands.
Oh man. Okay, so the other thing you want to do down here, while we're down here, is you want to disconnect the turbo drain. That reminds me, we got all these fucking turbo lines. So we're probably going to disconnect the turbo lines while we're down here, since we got no AC compressor, so it's pretty easy to access these bolts. The coolant return. Coolant return or feed line is the top one. This one. Oil feed line is this one. This fucking hole strips all the time. You better be careful as fuck when you put that thing back in. Ask me how I know. Dude, we trying to put my engine back together. That thing stripped. Had to pull the engine out, take it to Ethan's house. He had to weld a fitting into it, and then I had to put the fucking engine back in. So once I cracked it, yep, coolant's coming. Got the coolant part about this whole thing. There you go, see? He's got it. Now what I should do is probably drain the coolant from here first. So maybe, yeah. No, you know what I'll do, Dave? I'm just gonna tighten this up. And let's just drain a decent amount of coolant out of this thing. So I get a adjustable wrench or Spec. Can you fit one of these in here? You gotta include how many times I get the wrong fucking wrench in this video?
Yup.
Okay. Get this out of here. You might want to back up. Oil feed line. That little guy. Gotta get him off. Make sure you don't fucking strip this bolt, because again, pretty easy to strip this. It's easy to strip it taking it off, and it's really easy to strip it putting it in. And it's not the bolt that strips, it's the block that strips. It is not a fun time. So take this oil feed banjo bolt off. The O-ring is gonna fall. That's fine, because you don't want to reuse it anyway. There it goes. Probably just leave that in there for now. And then we gotta take the coolant off. And we can just do this. Block still has coolant in it somehow. So up top, we gotta take the hot pipe off, take the intake out, take this strut bar out, take this heat shield out, take the heat shield off the manifold, take the catch can off the manifold, take all the hoses off, and then there's one coolant line behind the engine, which is gonna be really annoying. And then that's it. So Dave is going to find something that fits that. I'm going to take the hot pipe off. And we gotta try not to scratch this fucking engine bay. These Gretty hoses are cool, but they're really shitty. Like, really shitty. Like, yep. That shit's off. The other thing we're doing that. Oh shit. Alright, so intake's off, hot pipe's off. Now we gotta take this heat shield off, if you have one. Sometimes they're not even there. So start taking these heat shield bolts off, and then take this catch can off. There's one bolt, two bolts, and the drain clamp, which is sometimes a bitch to get to, but you'll figure it out. It's not that bad. Alright, so we got the coolant line off. That's all we fucking did. Oh, coolant line and oil. No, coolant line and O2 sensor. And now Dave's working on the last two nuts or bolts for the downpipe. He's doing it because it sucks. Alright, you gotta take these bolts off. You're gonna use a combination of sockets.
What bolts?
The fucking manifold bolts, Malcolm. Okay. These. You're gonna use a wrench and a ratchet, because you're not gonna be able to get to all of them. This one back here, this one's always a pain in the ass. This one is the one that strips, for some reason. On a lot of engines, this is the stud that's always stripped. And right now it's pretty tight, so let's just hope and pray. No, I don't know the reasons for that. This one. Just get the most heat in the turbo. In theory, this should just come out of here now. I feel like I'm gonna throw my back out really fast. That's that. Okay. So, what do we need off of this? Well, we gotta take the manifold off because he wants to use the manifold. We gotta take the lines off because I'm gonna try to use these. At least, that's my plan. And we gotta take the inlet and the outlet for the compressor off, because we're going to reuse those. And that's it. We are going to remove the manifold from the turbo. This is just something I want to point out to you guys. These are the OEM locking tabs. If you don't have these on your turbo, you're going to have a really bad time. Because you're going to get to the track, you're going to do like 2 events, and then your turbo is going to fall off the car. Ask me how I know. So you're going to want those on every single time you put the turbo back on. Another thing you're going to want on this are locking bolts, metal locking bolts, not nylon. The turbo is going to be very hot. Nylon's going to be gone in one run. So you want metal locking nuts. We don't even use lock washers anymore because there's not enough thread length. So we just use metal locking nuts and the OEM tabs. We should have all that on our website, and if we don't, Malcolm's going to put it on right now. These are annoying, but they do make your life a lot easier when you're at the track. Look at the E-Town dirt under this manifold. Oh my god, dude. Alright, now Dave is going to take off these lines because we're probably going to reuse them. I don't remember if you can do that, but we're going to find out. You could either save these and reuse them, or you can get new ones. You might as well just get new ones because we stock them and they're on the website, so better safe than sorry. But I don't know what AJ wants to do. Alright, so you know what you gotta do. Yeah, take that.
Oil line, coolant line, and inlet and outlet.
Make sure your mating surfaces are clean. Get all the old gasket off of these. Scotch-Brite is fine, just make sure you get all the residue out because these things do deteriorate and leave fibers everywhere. Mating surfaces are clean, so just take a... And then we have a Nissan T28 turbo kit gasket, well, turbo gasket set from Nissan. So let's show you what comes in this while we're here. Pretty much everything you need. Comes with all the clutch washers you're going to need for the lines, which is really helpful. I think it's the block side 2, possibly. Those look like coolant lines. This is the oil line. You got oil drain, oil return gasket. You got inlet and outlet compressor gaskets, and you got inlet and outlet turbine gaskets. So you got the hot side, you got the cold side, you got all the coolant lines. So this pretty much comes with everything. So we're gonna throw all the old stuff out. All right, and other things you're gonna need. T28 turbo drain. This is just angled differently than the T25. This is a T25 one right here. Pretty short. This one's longer and angled differently. Also, grab one of these while you're at it. T28 turbo rubber line. So this goes on the bottom of this and goes into the oil pan. New locking plates on the website as well. Locking nuts on the website. All this stuff's on the website. Turbo's on the website, so you can do this whole job just going to our website. Look how smart I am. First time I ever opened the service manual. Boom. Brake clean through all the lines. Look at that. That's me. That's my hand in the photo. Okay. Malcolm's answering the phone. Yeah, luckily we have a service manual, so we know the specs for the banjo bolt. Hold on. Burble tune. All right, so we know the torque specs for the banjo bolts and everything. It's got everything on it. This is really helpful. Too bad you guys probably don't have one. And also too bad I can't read Japanese. All right, anyway, yeah, turbo. Here it is. S15 turbo, straight from Garrett. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Let's do a little comparison real quick. That's it. Wastegate's bigger too. Look how big the wastegate is. The actuator. Okay, now we're gonna start putting this thing together.